Hi guys, this is Mark from Optimum Technology Transfer. In this video we are going to have a look at, in a little bit more detail, the whole naming ranges idea that we've discussed previously. You may remember in my naming ranges part 1 video we talked about exactly why we would create named ranges or define names for ranges of cells and how we would actually do it. But in this particular video, taking it a little bit further again, I would like to show you guys a quicker, a more efficient way of creating named ranges. Creating several named ranges in one go rather than create the first one, create the second one, create the third one, and so on and so forth. How do you do that? Well, what you have to do is use a feature that is referred to as create names from selection. Important word there, selection. So the first thing I'm going to do is to make an appropriate selection. I've selected my 3 headings, sales, costs and profits, at the top of my range, and then selected the columns of figures below. And what I'm going to say to Excel here effectively is, could you please use those 3 words, sales, costs and profits, to name the columns of figures below. I'm going to use one of my favorite keyboard shortcuts, Control Shift and F3. I press Control Shift and F3 on my keyboard and I get the create names from selection dialog box. There it is. It's got 4 tick boxes or check boxes: top row, left column, bottom row and right column, and it's usually pretty clever. It has actually ticked or checked the right tick box or check box. It's identified the top row to contain text, to contain labels. What that dialog box is effectively saying to me, saying to us, saying to you guys is, do you want to use the top row to name the columns of figures below? So do you want to use the word sales for the figures below, for the cells below? Do you want to use the word costs for the cells below? Same of course with profits. That is exactly what we want to do. Absolutely perfect. Click on OK and they're all done. So instead of doing them one by one, if you've got a nice, neat, tidy spreadsheet, and I'm sure you always will have, guys, then it can make life so much easier. Generally, of course, so much easier in this particular case here. Prove it to yourselves. Prove it to myself. Highlight my profits figures. Check out my name box. Top left corner. There we go. Profits. Equally, of course, costs. Equally, of course, with sales. Just a different technique for creating named ranges. Much more efficient, doing them all in one go. And of course the same technique as per usual. I would equal sum, open brackets. Don't forget keyboard shortcuts, F3, double click on sales. F3 of course is paste name, return or enter, equals sum. F3 paste name, nice little pick list, double click costs, return or enter, and the same with our total profits here. F3, double click profits, press my return key. Same figures. Whole point of this particular video is creating names from selection.